Yeah, I thought Syracuse played a good game tonight. They had a good plan coming in. They kept us off balance offensively with the switching of the presses and then the zone a little bit. I thought they did a nice job overall, and they were very resilient throughout the night. And every time we would stretch it a little bit, they were coming right back. And it was a tight game, obviously, and could have gone either direction. Proud of the way our guys finished it down the stretch there of the game. They executed well. We defended well enough and came up with key rebounds in order to finish the game off. But key to the game for us was just the hustle plays, that one little stretch, where Chance steals the inbounds, and we got a little bit of a run. Sam makes the three. And we were off and running there, but hard to get to 20. Proud of the guys that they're at 20 wins right now, and a lot of ball to be played, going forward and improving that we've got to do.
Jeff,
what about the impact of your bench in general today, but particularly Ugo?
Yeah, Ugo was great, and I thought he did a nice job. Devin always gives us a steady effort. I thought he was good. Jakari was good, made some shots, and defensively was good out there. Chance obviously brings us, a different level of energy and poise, out there. We got tired a couple of times in the first half and didn't handle it very well. We were walking the ball up the court too much, and just encouraged the guys at halftime to move it up the court. If they score a basket, let's get it out and go. And let's try to get into our offense a little bit quicker. And I thought the guys did a decent job of that. Post actions weren't great until the end for us, and I think that was due to Syracuse's defense. They did a nice job of flexing, on the post on Tess.
Great. I was going to say, to get to 20 wins with a group that's new together, what's been the key in having everybody on the same page to get to this point in the season when you're at 20-3?
Yeah, I think the character, that was the first thing. The character of this group is really strong. Their desire to win, and not win for an individual, but to win for their teammates and to win for the university. I think that's the key. If you can, capture that in a bottle and, continue to cultivate it over the course of the season, obviously you have to have success. To draw from, and certainly you have to be able to learn from your failures as well. But this group has come in every day with a positive attitude, regardless of the circumstances, and they've come in with a belief that they belong and expect to win.
Yeah, Coach. Hello. Here we go.
Yep.
I'm curious about how you thought your size and your strength matched up against Donnie Freeman. And did you want to just get a body on him and make it tough for him today?
Yeah, he's a really good player. He can make really hard shots. He can make shots off the bounce. He can get all the way to the rim. He gets fouled. He's a really tough matchup. And I thought Tess and Devin, did a nice job. And we always talk about when you're guarding a really good player like that, it's not just about the guy that's on him. It's five guys, against that guy. And just being in the right position and not giving him anything easy. And if you end up giving them some stuff easy, transition, layups, whatever it is, getting to the free throw line, then it becomes really hard because good players are going to make hard shots.
Coach, you mentioned, I think you said they were flexing on Tess, but it seems like he's getting doubled more often, getting more attention, more traffic down there. How do you think he's handling that, and how is the team kind of adjusting to that?
I think he's handled it really well until today. I thought today he was a little bit disjointed. I thought some of them he should have actually shot the ball, and gone ahead and gotten it up on the glass there, and he was passing it out a little bit too early before they came, and he was anticipating that they were coming, and when they weren't, and they were just kind of in there. And I think you saw at the end of the game when Dallin didn't make the shot, but he moved and relocated when Devin was in the post. And then Chance ended up doing it, there late in the game. I think it was a really good move by Chance to relocate and get behind Tess, where now he had an open shot. And so we've got to continue to go in there to him and get him the ball, and we've got to trust that he's going to make the right play.
Coach, with under a minute to go in the first half, the game was tied at 35. Then Jakari White hit a three to take the lead going into the half, making the crowd erupt. How important are buckets like that, going into the half?
Yeah, we needed that basket. There's no doubt about it. They were on a major run there, and had closed it all the way to a tied game, and needed a bucket. And that's what winning and losing is. Can you get the stop when you need it? Can you get the bucket when you need it? And going into half, we certainly needed a basket there, and Jakari stepped up.
Coach, you're 10 of 30 today from three-point range, maybe not the highest percentage of the season, but just what kind of pressure does that put on the other team when you're taking that many threes?
Yeah, I mean, I like to make them. I think that's the first thing. I think we all do. I think it's all about the quality, and what type of shot are we getting? The shot diet. What type of shots are we taking? And I thought tonight, the guys did a nice job of that.
Ryan, Syracuse shot better than 58% in the first half.
Yeah.
Or barely 40. And I think, do you think you guarded better, particularly off the dribble in the second half?
Yeah, no question. They were getting too deep, and they got some in transition, too, which wasn't great for us. They got up the court really fast, and they were to the rim. They're really good in transition, similar to Carolina. But our whole thing with their guards was let's try to not allow them to get quite as close, so those shots are a little bit further away, and without allowing them when they do get down there. If they're going really fast, well, now that's where Ugo and Johan come into play, and we got to veer those at late.
Can you talk a little bit more about Jakari, just the impact that he's had for you guys lately? A big day off the bench today.
Yeah, he's huge. Jakari, we need him. We told him that a couple weeks ago as he was beginning to come back. He's an important player. He was an important player in the preseason and in the non-conference season. And if we can really get him playing, in a positive way like he did tonight in the last two games, that's going to be really helpful for our team and our overall depth.
Yeah, Orion, right around the 3-minute mark left in the second half, Chance makes 3 plays in a row. He hits the 3.
Yeah.
Then the assist on the alley-oop to Ugo, and then he gets the rebound off the deck on the defensive end.
Yeah.
He had a quiet game to that point. What kind of spark does he give you when all that happens?
Yeah, he's just a winner. Yeah, he's just a winner. I mean, he started the initial run with this steal on the inbounds play, just tipping it and getting it, and then Sam gets the 3 in the corner. So he made plays throughout the game and helped this team. He doesn't always have to score, to be impactful. And, he's just a good player.
Okay, we'll take one more, Coach, in the back.
Coach, 17 offensive rebounds for you guys today. I know it's been a point of emphasis all season long. What makes you guys keep being so successful at getting those second chances on offense?
We just have to keep going. We encourage the guys. Every game that we go into, each team that we play has a body of work, that they in stats that, you try to hone in on. And, we just do what we do, and these guys get graded on it. They know, and they understand that it can be really impactful for our overall game and offense, in particular. And I thought our guys were awesome at it against Pitt. And, tonight we were at 30 in the first half. I'm not sure where it ended up, but certainly an important part of our overall attack.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.